Swadika and good morning and welcome to Morning Thailand. I'm Wanason Kurahong.
And I'm Palada Moksidi.
Now to start off today, Kun Palada, of course there's a lot of interesting issue, but one of the most disturbing news once again is about the plane accident. And at this time, we are once again lucky because we have talked about the plane, well, not crash, but still not a soft landing, mind you. This time happened in the Chiang Rai province. They say that the Thai Airways plane actually was supposed to land in the Chiang Rai International Airport, but unfortunately, due to a little bit of the problem on the
tyre
wheels,
itself?
the wheels, the wheels of the plane itself. They say that this is what the report has been said. They said that the hydraulic itself was kind of locked as they were supposed to land. So instead of actually rolling, just like normal tires, it's locked. So that means that the tire pretty much scratched all the way down as it's approaching the runway. And that's created quite a bit of a disturbing problem because at this point, as I had mentioned, it created a lot of problem because the tire ended up burst. And as that happened, that took place at about 9:18 a.m. in the morning, and on the Airbus A300-600 on the TG 130, they say that the passengers, all the passengers and crews were safe and sound. However, obviously they were quite frightened, and they say that 197 passengers altogether, along with 10 crews. They were quite disturbing by this particular incident. However, at the time when they were able to cleared up everything, they say that the situation was that on the back, as you can see there, this is like the right side of the tire of the plane tire, and they say that it bursted, but luckily the pilot were able to maneuver it and approach to the gate itself. So it's one of those very, very lucky incident. But get this, is very interesting because they actually, this particular plane, according to the report, they say that they changed the tire, which took about 40 minutes, and they say that afterward, obviously, you're going to have a return flight, because normally what it does is, with normal airlines, is if you have a plane getting into the destination, you will have a plane leaving from that particular destination back to where you came from as well. So that means that the very same plane took on passengers after the tires changed though.
Really?
And then went back to Suvarnabhumi. But everything is safe and sound. Obviously, it's probably one of those things that you can easily fix. But they say that according to the report, none of the passengers on the return flight actually know that there was a
little bit of an accident, right?
Yeah, before. So I think, in giving Thai Airlines a benefit of a doubt, I guess it's safe enough. That's why they decided to take all the passengers back. But if the passenger knew, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to get on that plane.
I think they could panic. I mean, it's still, they could be criticized that, it would still be their right to know whether it was safe or it wasn't safe. And it should have been, their right to actually make the decision whether they did want to go back on that plane
Because the thing
or
is,
not.
It's not just that it has a flat tire. According to this report in the Thai newspaper at least, it said that the hydraulic of the back of the wheel was locked, and that caused the tire to burst because it's pretty much scratched down all the way on the runway. So that means it's the hydraulic itself, which means that you would think it's going to take a little bit longer than change the tire. But at this point, give it benefit of a doubt, the full report hasn't really come out in terms of what had happened and such. So it might just be the burst of the tire
Okay. Well, there's definitely going to be more updates into what really caused,
But imagine if you know and you have to get on that very same plane.
See, that's why I said that if I actually knew, I think it would have been better if they allow the passengers to make the decision themselves, whether they were willing to still go back on that plane or not. But okay, hope luckily everything went smoothly and no injuries were also reported there. And now moving on to another case we have here that was reported also in some of the newspapers for a bank robbery. And this time it was a solo bank robber who decided to rob a bank, the Kasikorn Bank in particular, and was able to go away with 300,000 baht in cash too. And this was the Kasikorn Bank for the Bang Botong branch in the Nonthaburi province on the Bang Kroi Sai Noi road. And like I've mentioned, the thief was able to get away with 300,000 baht, and this was while using a weapon, as you can see, and also holding hostage one of the staff. That's right, in the bank as well. And so just as soon as the police went to the scene, they investigated and also asked Pon Pan Kwon Kamnuan, who was the staff that was held hostage there, and she said that the robber there came from the back and used a weapon to threaten her. Right. So she didn't even know what kind of weapon he was using. And I think until now the police also can't identify whether it was a gun or even a knife or anything that was used.
Because you can't really see from
CCTV. Exactly. And like I said, the staff said that, the robber came from the back. And he basically forced her to go to the counter and asked her to put in all the cash in his bag that he prepared. The first time it was 50,000 baht. Of course, he was not happy. He wanted more.
Not enough, huh?
Not enough. He asked for more money to be put in, and the staff put in another 250,000, so that totals up to 300,000 baht in cash right there before fleeing the scene. And at the moment, the police are trying the best that they can to try to collect all of the footages, the CCTV camera footages from the different intersections, I guess, on the roads and etc. They don't know which direction the robber actually went, and they're assuming that he might have, took the motorcycle to flee the scene. So that's, the latest update, and hopefully they will be able to capture him since, it's already on the CCTV. But you see that he's wearing that full helmet on. So that's going to be quite hard.
And this is one of the things, Kun Bo, and we have talked about this before. I think that we have seen quite a bit of a pattern lately that individual robbers decided to go into, and I think of late reported a lot of bank robbery. I just reported one the other day, and it was such a calm robbery, took only 5 minutes in Chiang Mai, and the getaway car was actually a getaway bike. It's a mountain bike. He was able to ride a mountain bike.
He was cycling
and get away,
his way.
And right now the police is still trying to find him and even have rewards for the tips. And for this particular case to happen again, it's just become like a pattern. So I don't know, maybe, as you see more robbery taking place by just one person, it seems like a lot more people think it's a big challenge or something for them to try it too.
The thing is, it's not like the banks don't have their security out there. They do. But somehow it seems like it's always, it happened to be that sometimes the CCTVs were broken at that time. They're waiting for the maintenance, or the security guards, they're not allowed to have guns. Sometimes, I don't know, some of the measures don't really help out
I think
in that case.
A tighter measure might need it right now. It seems a lot of people are needing money at this point. All right, moving on to another shocking case. The other day I was talking about the assault from a monk to the other. Well, this time is actually another incident, but it turned out quite badly because one monk was shot dead by another monk. Yes. So this actually took place in Bangkok in the Bang Khun Tien area. They say that there has been a report of killing of a monk, and it was done by another monk. They say that this took place in the evening of yesterday, and as you can see there, obviously he put down he changed the rope already, so he has been he was forced to leave the monkhood. But the monk that did it is พระผวนฉันทกโร or I guess this time you can just call him by his actual name is ผวนนามพุก. Now Kun Puan, of course, is actually a deputy abbot. He was almost the next in line to become an abbot of the Wat Lao temple on the Ramatu Road. And they say that according to the investigation and after asking him what happened, he said that the monk that he shot, the fellow monk, is พระนครศรีมโน age 38. And he said that the reason was that he was quite upset with Prat Mano due to the fact that he has been ordained for the past 53 years. And the monk that the victim actually just has been ordained for 10 years. But he said that he was quite upset because there has been quite a bit of a rumor circling around, bad talking about him, and it was actually stemmed from Pratnakorn and another fellow monk. He said that at first he was really upset, so when he saw Pratnakorn and another fellow monk was talking by the pier, just pretty much talking and hanging by the pier, and he approached the two by taking his gun with him. He said that he was trying to talk things out, but I think the fact that he had a gun at the time, it just show already that he probably not really interested in negotiation that much, probably more like a threat. However, when that didn't work, he decided to shoot them both. However, he said that the other one get away. He was meant to shot both of them, to shoot both of them, excuse me. And he said that this is not his first time he got in trouble. He actually way back, there was one incident where he used a knife to actually threaten to slit the throat of another monk in the temple as well, because he got real upset that there's a little bit of a conflict between him and another monk. So overall, at this point, he has been disrobed, and the police has already charged him with attempt killing of murder, excuse me, as well as having guns without any license. And they say that he did not run away at the time. He's 76 and he didn't run away. He actually waited at the crime scene with the gun. So he confessed to his crime, and he admitted that he's a really hot-tempered kind of person. But still, to lead it to this particular incident, it was just really, really sad.
Yes.
Because, well, we want to look up to monks as a good example, as someone with serenity and such. This is not the case at all, and we have seen quite a bit of bad news about monks that related to monks. So
some particular, that's right.
Exactly. So this is not going to help with Buddhism at all here in Thailand, especially during the time of mourning for His Supreme Patriarch.
That's right. And you know what, just to mention about monks in particular, that's why they have to check the background before the abbots.
And that's the thing,
right?
he has been like...
He has already been checked already.
Well, no, he has been in the monkhood for 53 years.
So that was way before,
Yeah.
We would think that he wouldn't be involved in any type of violence or crimes.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, a sad case for that one indeed. But to move along for more of the headlines we have here, and talking about this very famous application once again.
Yeah, I think we talked about that,
We
right?
did, and we also had some samples of pictures from the Chinese application, caricature kind of application from HiSoft, right?
Right.
That's what we called it there, and that's what the name actually is as well. And the latest would be coming from several of the forwarded messages saying that this is actually a very threatening kind of application because it's hacking information from phones.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
been
my mom
forwarded a
sent
lot.
me that message too, but then I'm like, is that even
true, right?
valid? Exactly.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like. That's the application. If you all still remember there, and I'm sure lots of people still have it on their phones and iPads as well. And basically, like I said, the message that was forwarded, okay, said that people should quickly delete this Chinese application. It's been said to hack into your mobile phone, whatever type of personal information you have, it's going to be taken away from you, and etc. And it's not safe. And that message also claimed that there were some people who have said that their bank credits or bank information, personal information, have also been taken from them due to this application. Now, the latest has come out to say that this is all not true. It's not possible.
So don't get panicked.
That's right, because they say that before any type of application can be available on the App Store, it has to pass so many security checks and levels and procedures before they allow such an application to be on the App Store. And they say that it's not possible. The only thing that they can take from you is, by the way, after allowing or having permission, is the pictures that you have in your phone. And that's similar to what Facebook can do as well.
Right.
You know, they have the right to get access to your pictures. But like I said, that's also after you have already approved and allowed them to do so. It's not possible for them to take your personal information to do anything else. So that's, the latest, just so that people would stop panicking about it, because it was sent several times by different groups. For example, I also got, the same message from different, family groups, friends groups, and etc. as well, wanting the same messages. But you can all be rest assured, because even IT experts have basically come out to say that, technically speaking, it's not possible. And the best that they could do is just take your pictures, like I said.
So, all right, so not to panic. There you go. That's confide. It's cute. So at this point, after we reported that, let's go for a short break, because when we come back, I have a little bit more updates in terms of that accident that took place in Pattaya, the ferry that capsized. And Kumbalada has a little bit more, obviously, the news that we are anticipating all the time of late is the demonstrations that seem to happen in various places. So please stay tuned.